folks. It's Tommy Freagle Prepper. So I think this chimney might have had a few problems. It had some birds in it. That would be hot water heater type chimney, like for lower temperatures, galvanized. Which when that gets really hot, puts off zinc oxide, which kills you. I don't know. This is thicker gauge something with a big hole rusted in it. And so then the pipe came through from the coal furnace right here. And then there was a platform of cinder blocks built up. It looks like there was a concrete footer there at least. I don't know how deep it was. Cinder blocks. Then more cinder blocks. And then this part was next, which at some point was tapered off like it was ready for rain. But then there was a wood form built around it that was left in place. And they filled that up with more concrete. And there was a piece of rusted out pipe in it. But it went all the way down to that other piece and was full of soot. And then it looks like they cut a hole in the side of it into the chimney to stuff another piece of galvanized pipe in from outside. So, I don't know, for me that's how not to do a chimney. So, what I'll do is get a through the wall chimney kit, double wall or triple wall, something that's rated and correct, and mount that off the building up. But I guess that was one way to attempt to tackle it. But yeah, if I would have tried using that thing, I would have burnt the place down for sure. The problem is with chimneys is that they can be pretty rigged up a lot of times and work. And they'll work day after day after day. And then one day you'll have a chimney fire. Now, chimney fires aren't as common with coal, because coal doesn't put out creosote, but they can happen. And then you've got, 12 to 1600 degrees going on inside that chimney. Things like this concrete right here will start blowing apart because they've got moisture in them. And then you got a chimney that's collapsing and falling apart, and you have a big fire on your hands that you cannot control. So, you build chimneys not for everyday use. You build chimneys when everything goes wrong, so that you can get it under control without it falling apart. Get the damper shut down, shut off the oxygen to it. But yeah, that's the coal stove there. I have yet to get into it, but I've been told by my father-in-law's brother that the stove's in real good shape, but the chimney was really bad. So, I'm going to get a through-the-wall kit, either if I can pick one up at Rural King or I have to order one, and just get this all put back together correctly and safely, and it'll make a nice stove, I think. I have not even opened this up and looked inside. I don't know how it opens exactly. Yeah, there's the firebox down in there. Looks okay. You could use a little cleaning up, but it's nice thick cast iron. No cracks. Looks good. So, see if we can get that going. That is a Estate Heatroya intensifier air duct. I'm sure it'll heat up this little garage. I'm trying to get everything in here organized and figure out what's staying and what's going still, but I'm getting it. Trying to troubleshoot the mercury light the other day, and it's got voltage coming from this switch. It comes from that junction box. The voltage good down to the switch, and then it actually runs along to that top junction box there. It's got voltage there, so it's probably got a bad ballast or a bad daylight switch. I'll probably just pull that down and put up a newer metal halide fixture out there. Um, but I got my air compressor moved over. Um, this has a 10 gauge and a 30 amp service running out, but nobody was ever using this fuse here. So I went ahead and put a 20 amp there and wired up this dedicated 20 amp plug off of that other leg of that 240, so to run my air compressor, and I can plug my little stick welder in there too. And then the other side had a 30 amp fuse here, which was fine because it's 10 gauge coming in, but they only ran 12 gauge up to that next box. It looks like that might be 10, but I just went ahead and put a 20 in that side too to be safe, and then all the other outlets run off of that leg in here. And it's all the plugs are wired with 12 2 correctly. The grounds are good. I checked them all. But like when they did the mercury light, they didn't carry the ground through on any of those junctions. So I might fix that too. Probably the older light might have not been grounded, but the newer ones are. So, but what I'd like to do eventually is I have this old or this new actually that I never used little 100 amp sub panel box. I like to hang that up there and run breakers out here. But for now, it's safe. It's fused. It's not going to hurt anything, and I can use it for a while and get by. You know. Anyway, that's what I've been up to on my Thanksgiving. Seeing what I can do to get the heat going. I mean, I've got my little propane heater, Mr. Big Buddy thing over here for now, but I'd like to get that thing going. I've got a couple bags of coal and a pile of coal at my other house to bring over, so might as well use it up. But I'd like to, get all these walls cleaned off, maybe put a fresh coat of white paint on everything, and just go through it all. Like there's some lawn bags and attachments over here for lawnmowers that aren't here anymore. A lot of that stuff can be gotten rid of. Looks like there's a adapter up there. If that's a 7" to 6", that's what I need for that stove, and I think it is. That might be an 8 to 6, or no, I'll have to look and see. If that's what I need, I might use that. Because the one that was on there, it's got a 7" pipe coming out the back of the stove, and it went down to a 6" chimney, and it was just rusted. Like as soon as I touched it, my finger went like right through it. That's how thin it was rusted out. So I don't know when the last time that old coal stove got used. I know my wife can remember coming out here and he would have it going and it would be nice and warm in here. But for the amount of like soot and ash in the chimney, I'd say it got used a lot. So we'll see. Anyway, this is Tom, your frugal prepper. I will talk to y'all later.